Do you know what league Eudora's in? I can never.
Be Coffeyville, Pittsburgh, and Chanute all ahead of us. We should be ahead of Fort Scott.
Yep.
So yeah, we're right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, we are Fort.
Good evening, everyone. We are live at Parsons High School getting ready for the first round of 4A sub-state action right here at Parsons High School as the Parsons Vikings, as the higher seed with a 12-8 record, get set to host the 10-10 Eudora Cardinals. And Tony, interestingly enough, these teams met in sub-state just a year ago, the Vikings coming out on top, and a year or two before that, I remember traveling up to Tonganoxie. We're all of a sudden having a lot of contact with these northeast Kansas schools, and you know the Vikes coming off a rough night up at Chanute, only scored 38 points.
That was tough.
I guess if you're going to have a night like that, it's better to get it out of the way before the postseason. Hopefully the Vikings come out and play much better basketball tonight, which I know they're capable of. And we don't know a whole lot about Eudora other than that they're 10-10. They do have a 6'6" sophomore that I'm a little bit concerned about what he might, the problems he could create on both ends of the floor. But Tony, I just can't help but think that this game will probably come down to the last few minutes, and it's probably just going to be whichever team wants it the most.
Exactly. I think this Viking team is definitely focused. I got here early, and they were all just sitting here on the bench, just kind of chit-chatting with each other, and they seem really relaxed. So, you know, hopefully they're in the right mindset to play some ball and get the W and get that bad taste out of their mouth from last Thursday night. Because, man, Scott, it was ugly on both ends of the floor. They just weren't cohesive at all. They very it's almost like they were sleepwalking through the game, and you know, it just was not pretty. So hopefully tonight, you know, they can get that out of their system and play well tonight. I know, like you said, last year we went up to Eudora, and it was a close game for the most part for the first three quarters, but then we pulled away and ended up, you know, having a decent win. And they had quite a few seniors last year, if I remember right. So they lost quite a bit from that squad they had last year. And so it's a lot younger squad that I'm seeing here warming up here in front of us, but that's not gonna. They're not gonna have any letdown. They're gonna be fighting hard. I know that for sure.
Yeah, it should be a pretty competitive game in theory. I think on paper the teams are pretty even. I do know this is a Eudora team. They finished out their season coming within an eyelash of knocking off Topeka Hayden at Topeka Hayden. They had a wide open three, Eudora did, that would have won it at the end of regulation and didn't get it to go down, and then ended up losing in overtime. But, you know, if they can hang with Topeka Hayden, you know, then they can probably hang with almost anybody in 4A.
I agree.
And, you know, coaches never look ahead, at least they say they don't, but we get to look ahead. We know that the winner of this game will most likely be traveling up to Ottawa Friday night to battle the top-ranked team in 4A.
19-1.
They are undefeated. They are 20-0. Ottawa Cyclones 20-0 on the year,
and they're playing the Cross County Grizzlies tonight up in Ottawa.
Grizzlies snuck in as the 16th seed in sub-state, so they draw a top seed at Ottawa, and they will try to get pull the upset tonight if that happens.
Yep.
And Parsons wins tonight, then it'll be round 3 for the Vikings and Grizzlies. But there's a lot of basketball to be played before then. I'm going to try to sneak in the starting lineups real quick before they get to the national anthem. First for Eudora, They'll go with 6'6" sophomore Ryan Osborne, 6'2" senior Errol Simon, 6' junior Cage Craybill, 5'9" senior Connor Watson, and 6' freshman Cash Schneider. There's a good basketball name for you, Cash.
I like it.
For your 12 and 8 Vikings, they will go with 6' junior Jagger Quirin, 5'10" senior Dante Sawyer, 5'9" senior Connor Barkas, 6' senior Joe Keel, 6'1" senior Demias Johnson. So again, it's going to be, I hate to state the obvious, Tony. I said it might come down to whoever wants it most at the end. But golly, as far as the whole 32 minutes of basketball goes, it's just going to depend which team plays a better brand of basketball tonight.
I agree.
You got to be solid defensively, and who's going to knock down the shots. I mean, the three-point shot has completely changed basketball. If a team comes out red hot in the three-point line, that can change everything in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that we can get some points in the paint. Demias and Connor Largent down low,
Yep.
and then if they're not available down low, kick it out to Dante Sawyer, and I feel like we have all the keys for success.
Right.
We've got two big guys that score it down low. Joe Kill's even been hitting down threes from as of late. Jagger Quirin as well. So, and then of course Dante Sawyer. So I mean we've got the weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just got to knock down the shots.
We're going to go and step away for a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with more. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93. It's Brody Wright taking care of our live video stream for us. This first round sub-state game. As we continue with our Tank Connection pregame show. Missed a nice rendition of the national anthem while we were away on break. Parsons High School Music Company did a nice job. Tyler Cleveland, the head coach for the Eudora Cardinals. Anthony Houck, head coach, of course, for the Vikings. Eudora will be in their traveling red uniforms, Vikings in their home white. Maybe I should say burgundy for Eudora. It's not a true red, but you know, these 8-9 matchups, as you would expect, seem like they almost always go down to those final few minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough matchup. Gonna have to take care of the ball and make some shots.
And again, if you're joining us late, we had mentioned that the Lebec County Grizzlies had to travel up to Ottawa this evening to take on top-ranked Ottawa. I believe LC 4 and 16 on the year, snuck in as the 16th seed. Ottawa the top seed, top-ranked team in 4A with a perfect 20-0 record. But most likely the winner of this game we're getting ready to watch right now between Parsons and Eudora will be playing Ottawa in a sub-state championship game Friday at 7 o'clock. Decent crowd on hand. Still plenty of seats, but I knew we probably wouldn't get a lot of fans from Eudora coming down for a 6 o'clock tip on a Tuesday. That's asking a lot. Only the most parents and only the most dedicated fans will make that trip. And this most likely will kind of be the real senior night, final home game for several Viking players. One of those, Demias Johnson, just now getting introduced to the crowd. And I think I'll be curious to see if Demias is matched up with the 6'6" Ryan Osborne on both ends of the floor, because it looks like he might want to slip out beyond the three-point line as well. I don't know. He might be a kind of an inside-outside, dual threat. Pretty good athlete.
Yeah, he's definitely got some good size to him.
You know, Osborne, Simon, Craybill, Watson, Schneider. Starting five for Eudora, and for the Vikes again, Quirin, Sawyer, Barkus, Keel, and Johnson. And we're about ready for sub-state basketball. Winner advances to the sub-state championship game Friday night. Loser will see their season come to an end. Be the 6'6" Osborne going up against the 6' Joe Keel. Ball in the air, and it is won by Joe Keel. How about that?
We'll take that.
Sawyer into the front court. Eudora opens up in a man-to-man. Sawyer spin move, needs a little bit of help. Has it poked away, gets it back out to Keel. Keel has it poked away, it's a steal. Here comes Seaman with it, then it's poked away. Have to take a look at that Eudora defense next time down. It may have been some sort of, I thought it was a man-to-man. It might have been even a matchup zone. We'll take a closer look next time. Off the inbound play. Tough shot in the paint, does not go, knocked out of bounds. Nope, Vikes save it, Smart has it. Just underway here at Parsons High School, tied at 0. Johnson with it, hands off. So Sawyer finds Demias Young, gets his man in the air, and he's fouled. Go to the line to shoot two. Nice recognition by the Vikings. That's the freshman, Cash Schneider. I still haven't figured out their defense, Tony. They're doing some trapping out of it.
Yeah, it's definitely unique.
The first 5 seconds, it looked like a straight man-to-man, and then it very obviously was not. Free throw off the mark, no good. Demias will have one more.
Yeah, we definitely need to make the free throws. We can't afford to miss too many tonight.
Yeah, every point will be critical, and it's off the mark. 0 for 2. 0 for 2, excuse me. Demias Johnson a little bit long on that one. Watson cut off. Hands off to Simon. Vikings playing a chasing defense, and it's a steal by Connor Barkus. Connor into the front court. Cut off by the 6'6" man, and into the corner for a three. It's good. Joe Keel knocks it down. Gets the Vikings on the board, 3-0. Parsons leading Eudora, 6:48 to go in our opening quarter. Tough shot from the baseline is off the mark, no good. Nice rebound on the weak side by Barkus. Osborne's couldn't get the jump shot to go. Deep three off the mark, no good by Sawyer. And here comes Eudora. 6:25 to go in quarter number one. Parsons leading this one 3-0. Watson with it. Vikes stay in their man-to-man. Osborne has it. He's being guarded by Smart. One thing I haven't mentioned, no shot clock in the postseason. We've had a shot clock all year, but we won't have it in the postseason. Tough shot from about 12, off the mark, no good. Loose ball, the Vikes have it. Quickly up ahead to Smart, partially blocked. Who's got it? Oh, nice hustle and a save by Eudora. They're on the run with a 2-1 break. Shot off the glass, no good. Vikes have it. Careful. Knocked out of bounds. That was a dangerous outlet pass. Knocked out of bounds by Errol Simon, the 6'2 senior. Largent off the bench.
Yeah, they're 0 for 4 to start out this game.
I always wonder how those long bus trips affect a road team.
Yep.
It's a long drive down from Eudora. Vikes had to travel up to Eudora last season. Here we go. Sawyer with it. Darted out top by Micaiah Jerome, who was checked in. Vikes up 3-0. Barkus bumped, no call. Hands off to Sawyer and has his pocket picked. Who's going to get the loose ball? Smart has it and saves it to Sawyer. Dante wants another long three, and that one does go down. Couple of threes here in the early going for the Vikes, and they're up 6-0, 5:10 to go in our first quarter. Vikes been very solid on the defensive end here in the opening minutes. Osborne has it on the far side. Oh, nice drive. Oh, looked like Demise had good position, but they're going to get him with the foul. And two free throws coming for Ryan Osborne.
He was definitely moving, so they're gonna call that on the defense every time.
And if I was Ryan Osborne, I would do that a lot more often. I'd put the ball on the floor and see if I can get around my defender. His free throw is good. Sophomore gets Eudora on the scoreboard. 4:57 to go in our first quarter. Parsons leading at 6-1. Demise Johnson heads to the bench, replaced by Connor Largent. Osborne takes one dribble. Second free throw also good. 6'6 sophomore, 2 for 2 from the line. 6-2, Vikes by 4. Oh, nice find underneath. Oh, that's got to be a foul. A lot of contact, and then Eudora throws it away. Largent did a great job getting the 6'6 Osborne in the air, and it looked like there was a ton of contact, but the official who was right there said it was all ball. Smart in the corner, trying to get it down to Largent. He's double teamed to Smart. Look out, loose ball, and it's a turnover. Here comes Osborne with it. Fouled from behind, and they're going to say, I think, 2 free throws coming. You got Barkus.
Yeah, so far Osborne's been the only person that's given us any trouble on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore, but 6'6 and athletic. He's the guy the Vikings will probably have to figure out a way to slow down. First free throw spins out, and he will have one more as Querin checks in, replacing Smart. 6-2, Vikes by 4, 4:38 to go in quarter number 1. Osborne's free throw is good. 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. 6-3, Vikes by 3. Connor dribbled it off his foot. Was going to challenge the big man, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, it's 3 turnovers on us already. Not good.
Demise checks in for Barkus. Cage Craybill heads to the Cardinal bench. And the 6-foot freshman, Cash Schneider, walks the ball into the front court for Eudora. Hands off to Jerome. Freshman kicks it out for a wide open 3, not taken. And the Vikings must have done some scouting because they didn't even pretend that they were concerned. Now he's going to try from the top of the key, and it's well short. That was Errol Simon coming up short. At the other end, Sawyer with it. Oh, he's open. He's going to launch. Got it. Dante Sawyer, I don't know how he got that wide open, but the Vikes will take it. Vikes have 3 threes, and Eudora has 3 free throws here in the first quarter, and Parsons leads at 9-3. Schneider
Oh, he's wide open.
Yeah, he's obviously not much of a shooter. He's very hesitant to shoot. Osborne wanted the three. Now it's tipped away. Jerome has it. It's a screen. Hands off to Smith. Osborne gets fouled. Shot good, but they're going to say foul on the floor. I tell you, he is going to be a handful the entire night, Tony. They better figure out a way to get the 6'6" sophomore in foul trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem, that's for sure.
Foul was on Quirin. The scoreboard said that was his 5th. Fortunately, that's not right. Just his 1st. Eudora to inbound from the baseline. They get it out top to Braden Gardner, 5'8" senior. Vikes leading at 9-3, just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tough drive and off the glass, no good, rebounded by Demayas. Sawyer into the front court. Vikes with the ball in a 6-point lead. Sawyer gets fouled on his drive to the basket.
I show them 0 for 6, Scott, from the floor.
They're struggling from the floor for sure. Jerome picked up the personal. That is the 2nd team foul here in the first quarter for the Cardinals. Sawyer to throw it in. Vikes with the ball, a 6-point lead. Gets it out top to Keel. He got the Vikings scoring started with a 3 from the corner. Keel wants to go baseline, cut off. Out to Sawyer for a 3. Good again. And we have a timeout. Vikings taking care of business from behind the 3-point line. They lead at 12-3. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on V93.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
.243 to go in the first quarter. Vikings have a 12-3 lead over Eudora. Cardinals get the ball into the front court. Braden Gardner, 5'8" senior with it, guarded by Smart. Jerome hands it off to Schneider. Nice drive. Thought he was fouled. No call. Vikes looking to push the pace. Smart with it. Back to Keel. He's going to try a 3. He is good. 2 threes for Keel, 3 threes for Sawyer, and the Vikings have a 15-3 lead on Eudora, who is still looking for their first field goal. And this guy's the one who can probably give it to him. Tough shot in the paint, goes down for the sophomore Ryan Osborne. He has all 5 points for the Cardinals. 10-point lead for Parsons. Nice drive and a foul on Sawyer driving to the basket, gets fouled. At first I thought they were going to give him shots, which would have been the wrong call. They do say it was on the floor. Foul on Gardner. And again, they say that's his 2nd, but I don't think that's right either.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not have reset the fouls or something. That's another turnover.
Turnover on the Vikes. Here comes Osborne with it. Seems to be Mr. Everything for the Cardinals. Jump shot, he gets fouled, can't score. Vikings going to have to figure out a way to keep him in check. Jagger Quirin just picked up his 2nd personal.
Yeah, the only thing the Vikings really are struggling is they have 4 turnovers. Scott.
Yeah. Osborne's free throw good, so even though he's 6'6", he's obviously got a soft touch. Quirin heads to the bench, replaced by Largent.
He's 4 for 5 from the line is what I got.
Yeah.
And made shot.
All 6 of his team's points. Minute 42 left in the first quarter. Vikes on top 15-6. 5 3-pointers. 2nd free throw good. 8-point lead for the Vikes, 15-7, minute 38 to go in quarter number 1. Dante Sawyer to Largent at the top of the key. Now to Barkas. Demias picks up his dribble, gets it to Sawyer. He gets fouled. And no shot, so the Vikes will take it out underneath. That goes on Braden Gardner, I believe. Yeah, they've got him for 3. I still don't know if that's right. We'll have to do some checking. But we have a timeout on the floor. 15-7, minute 25 to go in quarter number 1. And it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. Tony, what do you think the Vikes need to do defensively against the 6'6 sophomore Ryan Osborne?
He's a handful.
He's tough.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to have to go to like a box and one, play him on his own and just try to keep him out of the paint.
Yeah, certainly any kind of zone would probably be effective against him. Yeah. We'll wait and see because Coach, it looks like in a lot of matchups the Vikes have the advantage in a man-to-man, but Osborne is so potentially so dominant.
They've had Quirin on him, and he's already picked up 2 fouls.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, I don't know. Quirin's out of the game. I don't know who's picked him up now. I don't know if it's Largent or Smart, or it's got to be one of those two would be my guess. So it'll be interesting to see.
A 3-pointer out of the timeout. It's no good by Sawyer, and a good rebound pulled out by Jackson Smith, a 6'2 senior. So little miniature 4-0 run here for Eudora, and they have the basketball. Watson to Gardner. He's guarded by Largent. That's an interesting matchup. Oh, nice drive, reverse layup, goes down. Jackson Smith, the first guy to score other than Ryan Osborne, and it's a 6-0 run for Eudora. They're back in it now with the Vikes leading at 15-9. 3-pointer off the mark, no good, and out of bounds off Eudora. So now, the Vikings, they had their fun from the outside, Tony, with 5 3-pointers. Now it's time to start looking inside to Demias and Largent.
Yeah, I think they need to start really concentrating on the inside.
Osborne's 6'6", but he can only guard one guy at a time, so Vikes get it into Smart. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Vikes leading at 15-9. Smart to Keel. Again, no shot clock here at Substate. Largent has it.
Yeah, they can hold for the last shot here.
Oh, a double dribble. I missed it. I didn't think
either.
Largent had dribbled. So a turnover on the Vikes. That'll give Eudora a chance to hold for the last shot, and they will also get the ball to begin the second quarter. And they're on a 6-0 run. If they can, they will try to get the ball to their 6'6 sophomore, Ryan Osborne. Connor Watson with it, gets it over to Gardner. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Again, Vikes leading it 15-9. Gardner hands it off to Watson. Nope. Gets underneath, this man gets blocked. 2 seconds to go, that's a foul, they didn't call it. The Vikes get off at 3, and it's no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. Parsons leading it 15-9. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on B93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
And we are back live at Parsons High School. Eudora ended the first quarter on a 6-0 run, and they have the basketball as we get ready for quarter number 2. Still Parsons enjoying a 6-point lead, though, because they jumped out to a 15-3 lead over the Cardinals. Here we go, 15-9, Vikes by 6. Eudora Craybill has it on the right wing. Takes one dribble. Gives it off to Gardner. It's cut off at the free throw line. Gives it off to Osborne, to Craybill. Now Watson with it. Osborne from about 16. I thought he got fouled. I thought there was some contact. The head coach, Tyler Cleveland, certainly thought there was contact. Osborne fired up an air ball, and Tony, I think it's because he may have got hit on the arm. Vikes may have caught a break on that one. And as far as the Vikes getting the ball down low, you might want to make sure pull Osborne away from the basket.
Yep.
Whoever he is guarding, get it out beyond the three-point line, and then let some of the big guys for Parsons. Right now, Demias on the bench, but Largent is out there. The Vikes get it down to Smart, kick it out to Barkus. Back to Smart. He's going to try a three, and it's going to be an air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Looked like, they're going to give it to they're giving it to Eudora.
It can't be.
There's no way.
He just went off his arm and went out of bounds.
It wasn't even close. And nice job of I meant to say when we came back from break that it was a well-officiated first 8 minutes, and a nice piece of officiating there, coming in and making sure they got that call correct. Vikes inbounding. They get it into Barkus. About 7 minutes to go in the first half. Vikes leading at 15-9. All of the Vikes points have come off three-pointers. Barkus in trouble. Out to Smart. Smart tries to get into the paint. It's tipped away. Vikes get it back. Sawyer, a little floater. It's blocked by the 6'6" Osborne. Nice outlet pass up to Watson. Finds the trailer, and his layup is good. Simeon with his first two. This is an 8-0 run. Three-pointer is good. Deep three-pointer by Dante Sawyer. He has 12 points. Vikings making a killing right now from behind the three-point line. Oh, nice piece of basketball there, and a little reverse layup goes down for Watson. Eudora looked nervous early, and now a turnover on the Vikes, I believe. That sure looked like it went off the Vikes. If they don't know, they'll have to do a jump ball, which would give it to Parsons. Yeah, and I think that's the right call. It's a turnover on Parsons. So this is a 10-3 run by Eudora. Right now, they have honestly looked like the better basketball team over the last few minutes. Parsons will have to, it's fun to knock down a bunch of threes, Tony, but the Vikings are going to have to figure out a way to get some points in the paint as well. Gardner with it. Nice bounce pass, and a little floater in the lane goes.
Yeah, they're starting.
Craybill.
They're 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, they starting to figure out the Viking defense, and they're looking a lot more comfortable on the offensive end. 18-15, Vikes by 3. Barkus out to Sawyer. Looks like he almost took steps. He got fouled on his way to the basket, and that should be 2 free throws. Yeah, they're going to say it was on the floor, Tony. I'm a little surprised by that. Cash Schneider, the freshman, picks up his second and the team's first. All the players lined up at the free throw line because they thought it was all 10 players thought there would be free throws.
Yep.
Now, I thought there should be as well. And I think we've got a timeout on the floor. Coach Houck wants a timeout. 18-15, Vikes by 3, 5:48 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on V93. It was a great start for the Vikings, but Eudora has chipped away at an early 12-point deficit, and right now the Vikes lead by only 3 at 18-15, 5:48 to go in the first half. Vikes inbounding from underneath their own basket. Keel gets it to Sawyer. He goes up, and he scores. Dante Sawyer with 14 of the Vikings' 20 points. 20-15, now the Vikes have gone to a zone. We wondered what they would do about trying to slow down Ryan Osborne, who has 7 points for the Cardinals. He can shoot from the outside as well, so they'll have to be aware of that. See how Eudora handles this 3-2 zone by the Vikes. They try a 3, and it's good. Knocking it down is Braden Gardner.
Yeah, Eudora's 2 for 10 in the first quarter. They're 4 for 5 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to feel it a little bit here. 20-18, Vikes by 2. Barkas, he wants a 3. Short. Demias runs down the loose ball and knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Vikings.
The first offensive rebound of the game by my count, Scott, is that one right there.
Yeah, I'd love to see Demias go to work underneath, because right now it looks like Osborne is on Largent. So I'd like to see Demias get a touch.
Yeah, number 12 has been really tough on him.
They tried to get it to him, but coming over the top, they were some defensive help. I think
they were holding him.
I think
it's number
Jerome.
0.
Yeah, yep, you're absolutely right. Jerome with his second. And also Eudora's second team foul in the second quarter. Off the inbound, Demias with it, and he just threw it away. Miscommunication. Boy, it's such a good start for the Vikings, but you're always a little, Tony, I always worry a little bit when you get a big lead just strictly on three-pointers.
Yeah.
Because you're going to cool off eventually.
And
go ahead.
We've got 6 turnovers to their 3. That's not good.
So the Vikings will stay in the 3-2 zone. Eudora hit a 3 against it last time down the floor. Osborne with it. Just a 2-point deficit now for the Cardinals. Gardner swings it out top to Watson. Osborne, baseline, his floater goes. 9 points for the sophomore. We are tied at 20 points apiece. 4:25 to go in the first half. Vikings need to figure out a way to get some points in the paint. And there they go down to Largent. Double teamed, but he scores anyway off the glass. Strong move by the 6'4 junior. Vikes needed that one. 22-20, Vikes by 2. 3 from the corner off the mark, no good, but a rebound on the weak side, and then it's thrown away. Well, how do you overshoot the tallest guy on the floor, Tony?
I don't know. That's a good offensive rebound, but then they threw it away. So we did the similar thing when we got an offensive rebound down here by Demias. We threw it away. So both times offensive rebounds in this quarter have turned into a turnover right afterwards.
3:58 to go in the first half. As we anticipated, close-knit ball game. Vikes leading at 22-20. Eudora in a man-to-man. Keel on the far side, gets a screen. Now gets double-teamed. Demias. Skip pass over to Largent. He puts it on the floor. Out to Keel for a 3. Leaves it short, rebounded by Demias. Demias against Craybill right now. Kicks it out to Keel. Again, no shot clock, so no shot clock violations tonight. Keel gets around his man, kicks it in the corner to Demias for 3. Can't get the roll. It's short. Here comes Eudora with the chance to tie or take the lead. Vikes don't do a very good job of picking up the ball at all, but they catch a break as the layup is missed. Here come the Vikings with it. Joe Keel. Vikes lead by 2, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Smart. Oh, dangerous pass. Somehow Demias catches it, gets his man in the air, and gets fouled. That's an interesting matchup, the 6-foot Craybill against the 6'1 Demias Johnson, because neither one of them are very tall, Tony, but, man, they're both strong.
Yeah, both football players, I guarantee.
Yes, definitely. So Demias missed his first 2 free throws way back at the beginning of the game. And he's a little long on that one as well. Demias is a pretty decent free throw shooter, but he's 0 for 3 here in the first half. Caden Dunback, 5'8 sophomore, onto the floor for the first time tonight for the Cardinals. Also, Julian Otis, 5'10 junior, checks in. See if Demias, who is still looking for his first point, there it is, got the free throw to go down. 23-20, Vikes by 3. 2:47 to go in the first half. Otis over to Watson. Vikes stay in their 3-2 zone. I have a feeling that Dunback, he's calling for the ball. He might be a three-point specialist. Vikes really not extending the zone like they do sometimes. Probably worried about Osborne's presence. Here's a three-pointer. It goes down. Otis knocks down an open three, and we are tied at 23 points apiece. 2:19 to go in our first half. Sawyer going to be way off on that one, and it's rebounded out by Osborne. Quick outlet to Otis. Chance for the first lead of the night, and it spins out, but an offensive rebound and a three-pointer. Goes down, knocking it down. Ryan Osborne has 12 points, and Eudora has come all the way back from a 15-3 deficit to take a 26-23 lead over the Vikings with 1:50 to go in the first half. Keel to Largent. Largent hands off to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to challenge everybody in the paint. Oh, how is that not a foul?
Wow.
All kinds of contact, and now 3-on-1 at the other end, and a dunk, and hanging on the rim, no call. Osborne slams it down, and Eudora has all the momentum right now, leading at 28-23. Largent has it. Vikes will need to finish strong here at the end of the second quarter, because it has been all Eudora. From 12 down to up 5. 1:10 to go in the first half. Eudora leading at 28-23. Nice pass and a tough shot again, no foul. Parsons coaching staff cannot believe it, and now a three at the other end. Good! Eudora has caught fire here in the second quarter, and they have built an 8-point lead over the Vikings, 31-23. Coach Hauk and Coach Lyons both out on the floor saying, man, call a foul, as Sawyer got absolutely destroyed
two times in a row.
Yeah. And it resulted in points on the other end.
Wow,
man, so 31-23. Eudora by 8. We'll step away for, was that a full timeout?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we can sneak in a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30. This is Viking basketball on B93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
And we're back live at Parsons High School. Vikes have been outscored 22-8 here in the second quarter, and they find themselves in an 8-point hole at 31-23. They break a press that Eudora put on. There's Demias Johnson. He's going to go to work, and he got
called a travel.
Yeah, a traveling violation on Demias, and I'd have to see a replay of that. I don't think there was a foul, but I don't think he even had enough control of the basketball for it to be a traveling violation. So frustration continues to build for the Vikings. They're going to have work to do in the second half. I guarantee you Eudora is probably going to hold for one. I take that back, as Parsons is now, looks like they've gone back to their man-to-man, and who can blame them, as Eudora was red hot from the outside. Otis came in and hit a couple of threes. Down to 15 seconds to go. Near steal, but Eudora gets the loose ball. Down to 8 seconds. Eudora kicks it out. Otis open. Good again. What a second quarter for Otis and his teammates. There's a steal. They don't get the shot off, but what a finish to the first half for Eudora. They actually go in to the locker room with a double-digit lead, 34 23 over the Vikes. They dominate the second quarter, 25-8. We will take a 3-minute commercial break. Be back with the Eye Care Associate halftime show. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
31-8, excuse me. Yeah, I did my math wrong. 31-8, and you could see it early in the second quarter that Eudora was starting to feel more comfortable on the offensive end, and then Coach Houck did what we thought he might do. He switched to that 3-2 zone to kind of try to slow down what the 6'6" sophomore Ryan Osborne was doing to his team, but it just didn't work because Eudora dropped 5 3-pointers on the Vikes in the second quarter, including 3 by Julian Otis, who came off the bench. Yep. And he had some good looks, and he took advantage of it. And Vikes will have some work to do in the second half.
Yeah, Eudora started out 0 for 7 from the floor. They're 11 for their last 16. So they jumped from 20% in the first quarter to 48%. And And rebounds are identical, 11 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds each. We got double the amount of turnovers, 8-4, and they're 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. We're 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
So I mean that's where it's at. It's on the turnovers, and they've shot the ball more, and they're making free throws. So yeah, it's going to be tough.
They dropped 10 field goals in that second quarter after only making 2 shots in the first quarter. And, you know, I guess I shouldn't have bragged on the refs through the first quarter because, man, then in the second quarter, we know of at least twice that Dante Sawyer got absolutely mugged on his way to the basket. And as good as he is from the free throw line, you could probably say that's 4 points that the Vikings should have had that they didn't get. So, you know, we're going to have to figure something out on both ends of the floor. And, you know, 11-point deficit, especially with the three-point line, can disappear very quickly.
Exactly.
And, you know, so there, you know, we've got plenty of time. Vikings just need to reset in the locker room, get their minds right, and realize, hey, just come out and play the kind of basketball that we're capable of playing for 16 minutes, and we can pull out a win.
Exactly.
But you know, obviously Eudora has the 11-point lead. They have all the momentum right now. They went into the locker room with a lot of energy, as they should have. They were just played lights out in that second 8 minutes.
It'll be interesting to see how they play with that lead, because sometimes when a team gets a lead like that after being down, they might try to run some clock, and that might end up in extra passes and turnovers. And you know, we got to hope that that's what happens, that we can get some turnovers that leads to easy baskets in transition. So hopefully, hopefully we can turn this around, because it looked great at the beginning of the game, and then all of a sudden it just turned. Well, and you could see it turning,
Yeah,
too.
you could. It was just it happened very quickly, and it wasn't with we had some turnovers, but it wasn't a ton of turnovers like against a press or anything. It was just all of a sudden Parsons didn't look as fluent on the offensive end, and for whatever reason, Eudora just started clicking in that second quarter.
And really, Demias and Largent, neither one have been very productive down low at all. I mean, the two big guys have really limited them. I don't even know, what do we got, 1 point between the two? Three?
Largent had that really tough shot off the glass, and Demias has the one free throw. We do know that, for the most part, Demias has been a beast in the second half of games this year. And he's going to have to come out and just dominate the post in the second half so the Vikes can get back in this, because if we can get some touches and some points on the inside, then all of a sudden, then we can maybe start looking to kick it back out.
Yeah,
We were on fire in the first quarter, knocking down, we had 5 threes in the first quarter, but that was all of our points, whereas when Eudora knocked down their 5 threes in the second quarter, they had a handful of 2-point baskets as well. Let's go ahead and run down the scoring totals from the first quarter. Leading the way for Eudora, their 6'6" sophomore Ryan Osborne with 14 points. Julian Otis, 3 threes in the second quarter, came off the bench and gave Eudora a big spark. He has 9 points, 3 points for Braden Gardner, and then 2 points apiece for Simeon, Craybill, Watson, and Smith. For the Vikings, just 4 guys in the scoring column. Dante Sawyer, the 5'10" senior, leading the way with 14. Joe Keel with 6, Connor Largent with 2, and Demias Johnson with 1. Again, Eudora leading the Vikes at the break, 34-23. We'll take a 1-minute break. Be back with the second half. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
And we're back live. Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Vikings. Great start, and then it was all Eudora. And the Cardinals lead the Vikes 34-23 as we get ready to start the second half. Vikes down to the final 16 minutes of their season if they can't erase this 11-point halftime deficit. Barkas to Keel. Eudora looks like they've opened up in a man-to-man. Keel with it. Connor Watson is shadowing Dante Sawyer. Sawyer has it. Now on the switch, he's guarded by Simeon, and there is a foul on the floor. Watson picks up his first and the team's first. Again, Vikes down 34-23, 7:33 to go in the third quarter. Sawyer with it. Crossover into the paint. Tough shot. It goes down. You know he's not ready for his high school career to come to an end, so he's going to be fighting tooth and nail until the final buzzer. 34-25, and as expected, the Vikes come out in a man-to-man. Don't know how much of that 3-2 zone we'll see the rest of the night. The freshman thought about a three. Instead, he gets around his man, puts up a floater that is going to go.
Wow,
looked like it was going to roll off to the right, and somehow it went down. Cash Schneider gets his first basket of the night. Back to an 11-point lead for Eudora. Calling for it is Demias, and he gets held. That could almost been an intentional. I know they're not going to call it, but nice entry pass. Grable picks up his second. Vikes, well, it's tipped away, and it'll stay with Parsons. It goes into the Viking bench. 6:52 to go in the third quarter. Eudora leading at 36-25. Joe Keel looking for some help. Gets it into Barkas. Right back to Keel. They go down to Demias. You know they're just dying to get him involved in the offense. Backs his man down, but now he needs help. Gets it out to Sawyer. Sawyer spin move. And then, now I didn't see a foul on that one. That looked like a clean, it was definitely clean up top.
On the elbow on the follow through
there
is
you
what
go.
I saw.
So I was going to say, definitely got all ball after it left Dante's hand. And that's a big one. That's Crabill's third, and he's been one of the big guys guarding Demias. Oh, free throw, no good.
And it's also the third foul already in the third quarter. 2 more fouls, and it's free throws the rest of the way for us.
Yeah, that's great. Jackson Smith checks in for Eudora. And because of some early foul trouble, Quirin didn't see much action. He's back on the floor replacing Smart. Sawyer's second free throw, good. 10-point game, 36-26 in favor of Eudora. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Watson dribbles to the near side, kicks it over to Smith. Vikes really trying to pick up the defensive intensity here. Freshman finds a man open underneath, and the layup goes down. Simeon now with 4 points. 12-point lead for Eudora. Vikes going to have to figure out some answers on both ends of the floor. They're down 38-26, about 6 minutes to go. Sawyer, nice shot off the glass. He has 19 of his team's 28. He's going to have to get some help, Tony.
Yeah, we definitely need to get him some help.
38-28, 10-point lead for Eudora. Cash, the freshman from 12. I thought he was going to get the roll again, but he did not. Pulled out of there by Demias. Dante Sawyer. Crossover, his three-pointer is going to be short. And rebounded out by Eudora. Quick outlet pass is too far. and goes out of bounds. Connor Watson was the intended target. Turnover on the Cardinals. Vikes have Sawyer, Quirin, Barkus, Johnson, and Keel on the floor, but it's a 10-point lead for the Cardinals, 38-28. And Julian Otis checked into the lineup for the Cardinals. He drained 3 threes in that big second quarter for Eudora. Demias continues to get a ton of attention down on the paint. And a foul, and that'll be the 4th foul on Eudora. Tyler Cleveland calling for a traveling violation, and he might have a point, Tony. It was close.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been.
Jackson Smith picks up his first, and so 5:14 to go in the third quarter, and the Vikes will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Let's get it into Quirin. Quirin in trouble. Kicks it out to Keel. Keel with the crossover. Bump to Barkus. And Vikes down by 10. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sawyer jump stop. Fouled, and he's got 2 free throws coming. So just like we were wondering how we were going to stop Osborne, I'm sure Eudora's wondering how they're going to stop
Sawyer. Yeah.
Sawyer.
He needs to make these ones.
Yeah, he's got to make both of these. Vikes have got to win the final 5 minutes of this third quarter. So they have a working margin going into quarter number 4. First free throw good by Sawyer. He already has 20 points on the night. Second free throw, good. 38-30, Eudora by 8. Julian Otis with it. Vikes need to get a man out on him. He was red hot in the second quarter. Otis gets around his man. And then a little floater in the paint. No good. Who's going to get it? Vikes have it. Here comes Keel. Vikes down by 8. Three-pointer on the way. Short. Vikes get the offensive rebound. Quirin. That's been partially blocked. That's got to be a tie-up situation. It'll go over to Eudora.
At some point, they're going to ask about this 5-0 on the fouls.
Yes, they are. There's a chance for the Vikes to get within 6, but they couldn't drop it. I mean, everybody in the gym knows that Dante Sawyer cannot do it by himself. He has 20 of his team's 30 points. Rather, 21 of his team's 30 points. Osborne at the free throw line. Gets into his man and scores, and they count it. Looked like pretty good defense, but I think it was one of kind of what you were saying, Tony. They felt like they probably had to blow the whistle because of the 5-0 difference on the scoreboard. So Osborne gets his first points of the second half. He's leading scorer for the Cardinals with 16. Coach Houck wants an explanation on that call. 40-30, Eudora by 10. And this is a Eudora team that had Hayden on the ropes in their last regular season game, ended up losing in overtime. Free throw goes down, back to an 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Sawyer gets fouled, and he's going to have 2 free throws. Kind of a silly reach-in foul on Watson, his second.
Yeah, they're gonna figure out pretty quick. If Dante knocks these down, they're gonna figure out the not foul.
Yes.
Sawyer.
Dante Sawyer single-handedly trying to keep the Vikings in this. Eudora has just played a better team game tonight, whereas the Vikings have essentially had just one man, at least at the offensive end, as Sawyer knocks down. Only guy to score for the Vikings here in the third quarter. 41-31. It's a 10-point lead for the Cardinals. 5'10" senior takes a couple of dribbles, puts it up, and it is good. 41-32, Eudora by 9. Otis, the 5'10" junior, into the front court. Now they go down to the big guy from the baseline. He's good. Ryan Osborne.
He is good.
And he has 19 points, and it's back to an 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Barkus to Keel. Nice lob into Demias, gets his man in the air, gets fouled. Jackson Smith thought it was all ball.
Hey.
Demias has struggled at the line tonight, 1 out of 4. He has 1 point. He's gotten a ton of attention down on the block. First free throw rather good. 43-33. Vikes have to figure out a way to get this thing down to 5 or 6 points going into the fourth quarter, and they have had trouble getting stops on the defensive end. In and out and back in for Demias. So he has 3 points. He'll head to the bench for a breather. Connor Largent checks in. Jason Smart checks in as well. He will replace Jagger Quern in the Viking lineup. 43-34. It was an 11-point lead for Eudora at halftime. Right now they're up by 9. They have the basketball. Gardner gets it into the front court, being guarded tightly by Barkas. Hands off to the freshman Schneider. Down to the big guy. Has it poked away. The Vikes have the steal. Keel, he could have been headed to the line. I thought he got bumped at half court. Sawyer kicks it out to Largent. Now to Sawyer for a guarded 3. No good. And rebounded by Osborne. He brings it up the floor by himself. And he missed the layup. The Vikes caught a break. He says he got fouled. No call. Vikes need a basket right here. They've got to start putting a little pressure on the Cardinals. Smart with a nice drive. Off the glass, he got it to go. Smart, the senior, gets it to go down. His first basket. Vikes within 7. 43-36, 2:43 to go in the third quarter. Schneider to Otis. Bad pass. The Vikes have it. Smart, one-on-one, goes to the right side. Scores! See if Eudora wants a timeout. 43-38. Eudora by 5.
I thought Smart got fouled too, Scott.
Yeah, he absorbed a lot of contact. Gardner with it. Tipped out of bounds by the Vikings. Couple of subs checking in. Jerome and Dunback coming in for Eudora. 43-38, Eudora by 5, 2:17 to go. We knew that Sawyer's going to need some help, and finally getting some with a couple of baskets there from 6-foot senior Jason Smart. Dunback gets it into Micaiah Jerome, 5'9" senior, comes to the near side. Hands off to Otis. Dunback fakes the 3. Look out. Look who's open. Otis, they didn't even put a hand in his face. Spins out, no good, but an offensive rebound. Miss! The Vikes have the rebound. Smart with it. Gives it off to Keel. Vikes can get within 1 possession on this trip. Minute 53 to go in the third quarter. Largent at the top of the key. Hands off to Barkas. To Smart. Now back out to Keel. Vikes will reset.
Dante's gassed, Scott.
Yeah, he's tired. He needs a breather. Who can blame him? Keel to spin move. Tough shot. Off the mark. No good, and pulled out of there by Eudora. Cardinals into the front court. Minute 25 to go in the third quarter. Dunback kicks in the corner to Otis for 3. He got it. His 4th 3 of the game, and a timeout called by Eudora.
Wow.
Minute 17 to go in the third quarter. Back to an 8-point lead for the Cardinals at 46-38. We'll just keep it right here at the gym.
Tough.
Or now did they change it? They changed it to a full. So we'll step away for a 30-second break. This is the Viking basketball on B93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Back live at Parsons High School. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. Vikes had crawled to within 5 points after trailing by as many as 12, but then a 3-pointer by Julian Otis. Vikes a little slow on the closeout. He hit 3 threes in the second quarter. That was his first basket of the third quarter. Vikes need to be aware of where he is on the floor. And here come the Vikings, queering into the front court. Vikes down by 8, minute 10 to go in the third quarter. There's a foul. Vikes will get 2 free throws. Largent needs a little bit of help. Great defense by Eudora. Smart's got a smaller man on him. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Dante Sawyer gets fouled.
He's going to shoot 2.
And 2 free throws coming.
He made that tough shot, though. So oh, my goodness.
Tyler Cleveland very upset with the official. That was the 3rd personal on Micaiah Jerome. Sawyer with 2. And even though he is gassed, as you mentioned, Tony, he knocks down the free throw.
Yeah, he missed his first one, and he's made his last 6.
He has 10 points in this quarter, 24 for the game. Got the next one to go, 25 points for the 5'10 senior, keeping the Vikings in this one, 46-40. And now the Vikes are going to pick up, for the first time tonight, Tony, a little bit of full court pressure, 2-2-1. It's broken by Eudora. Otis has it. Gets around his man, kicks it in the corner. A little bit of a weave here by Eudora. And a foul. I saw a lot of ball there, Tony, but they're going to say on the shoulder. Quirin, who's had early foul trouble, now just picked up his 3rd. Jerome has not scored tonight, goes to the line for the first time. 29 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Eudora leading at 46-40. First free throw, good.
Yeah, they're very good from the free throw line. They're 7 of 8 is what I have them.
And that's the first free throw, I believe, by anybody other than Osborne.
Yeah,
he has shot all of them.
He was 7 for 7, I believe.
Second free throw also good. Back to an 8-point lead. Vikes have trailed by as many as 12. They got it as close as 5 a couple of minutes ago, but right now they're down by 8. The Vikes can figure out a way to score here at the end of the quarter. They will probably, looks like they're going to get the ball to begin the 4th quarter as well. Demise Johnson in front of the Viking bench. Nice cut. Scoring and getting fouled. Who else? Dante Sawyer, 27 points for the senior.
Yeah, he's definitely having a big game.
What else can he do, Tony?
Yeah, he's got to keep going. He's going to have to go for 40 to win this one, I think.
Yeah. 48-42. 6-point lead for Eudora. Jerome with those 3 fouls checks back in, replacing Keelan Duncan, who is a freshman who checked in just for about 15 seconds. Trying to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. It is good. 28-point performance for Dante Sawyer. 48-43, Eudora with the ball and a 5-point lead. 17 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Watch out for Otis. You know he'd love to drain a 3 at the end of the quarter. Dunn back with it with 8 seconds. Gets around his man, puts up a floater. It's no good and goes out of bounds, and the Vikes will have 3.5 seconds to work with. Will they be able to get a good shot off here? This is a big moment right here, Tony.
Yep.
Because the Vikings get the ball to begin the 4th quarter as well. 3.6 seconds. Somebody's got to go get the ball. They throw it long. The Vikes will get a shot off. Oh, and it's no good. So close on the 3-pointer by Joe Keel. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Eudora leads at 48-43. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on B93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends.
At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Back live just in time for the start of the fourth quarter. Vikes did what they had to do. They got the deficit down to 5 points. As we go into our final stanza here, Barkus gets it to Demias on the baseline. He's double teamed like he has been all night. Splits the double team out to Smart, to Barkus. Barkus goes up off the glass. He scores! Barkus with his first basket. This is as close as it has been in a long, long time. 48-45, three-point lead for the Cardinals. Otis gets around his man. Well, that could have been a foul on Barkus, no call. Osborne goes up over everybody. Short, the Vikes have it. Quick outlet to Smart. Will he be able to get it? Gets a man in the air, got fouled. Oh, he can't score. I tell you, that was a great bit of athleticism by Smart, though, because the Vikes could have easily lost that possession. And for all the work Osborne has done tonight, just his first personal.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. Smart's free throw. Looks too hard, and it is. He'll have one more. Trying to get the Vikes to within 2. Smart had a couple of big baskets for the Vikes back in the third quarter. Second one. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound by Keel. To Sawyer for a 3. Got it! 31 points for Dante Sawyer.
Has a big offensive rebound there.
We are tied at 48 points apiece. Otis with it. Hands it off to Watson. Now to the freshman Schneider. Gets into Keel. And what a tough shot by the freshman. And Eudora regains the lead at 50-48, 6:43 to go. We said at the beginning of the broadcast, well, that's got to be a reach in, no call. Barkus gets it back, gives it to Smart, has his pocket picked. Fast break opportunity, tipped away. Somehow Eudora ends up with it. But a great steal by the Vikes. 2-on-1 break. Barkus blocked. And who's going to get the loose ball? Somehow Eudora ended up with it. Great opportunity for the Vikings. Osborne kicks it out. Schneider for 3. Got it, and he's fouled. Talk about the freshman coming up huge. Tony, the Vikings had a great opportunity to tie this game at 50. Some great hustle by Eudora kept that from happening. And then at the other end, the freshman gets fouled, makes the three-pointer, and we'll have a chance for a 4-point play.
I was told by the Snyder kid that made that 3, his dad is the KU women's basketball coach.
Is that right? I did not know that. Cash Schneider's free throw is good. He has all 6 of Eudora's points in the fourth quarter. Vikes scored the first 5 points to get this game tied here in the fourth quarter at 48 points apiece. And then Cash Schneider scores 6 in a row for Eudora, and they're going to pick up full court. I tell you, the Vikes look pretty gassed. They look like the more tired team. And I look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys for Eudora have scored anywhere between 2 and 4 points tonight. So they've had the deeper bench for sure. Vikes struggling to get it in. They get it into Sawyer. Vikes have to play very clean these final 6 minutes. Quirin, bad pass, and it's a steal. Here comes Eudora. They have the lead and the momentum. Schneider fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. I don't know, Tony. The Vikes expended a lot of energy coming back from that 12-point deficit. They don't want to get down by any more.
No.
Sawyer says that foul shouldn't have been on me, but
yeah,
if it is, it's just his first.
It was a tie game, 48-all, and now it can be an 8-point advantage for them if he makes these.
Free throw good. I tell you, this freshman had only scored, he didn't score at all in the first half, only had 2 points coming into the fourth quarter. but he has come alive, scoring all 7 of his team's fourth quarter points. Once the Vikings tied it at 48, Schneider has helped his team push it out to a 7 and now an 8-point lead. Can the Vikings come back one more time? Do they have one more push left in them? They are down 56-48, 5:45 to go in our game. And a foul on the freshman, that is his third. And the second team foul on Eudora here in the fourth quarter. Vikes have to have a basket on this trip. Get it in to Jason Smart, now to Keel. Smart almost loses it. He's double teamed, and it's knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Vikings. Keel inbounding in front of our broadcast area. It's an 8-0 run. Oh, they get it down low finally to Demayas, and he will score easily. His first basket of the night. He has 5 points. 56-50, 6-point lead for Eudora, 5:18 to go in our game. And remember, no shot clock in the postseason. Otis with it. He's been big tonight from behind the 3-point line. Simeon hands it off. Eudora going to play some keep away. They're going to make the Vikings play some chase here. That's exactly what the plan is, Tony, the rest of the way. They're going to make the Vikings come out. They're going to spread the floor, make the Vikings play chase, and look for some layups. And this is with 4:50 left in our game. The freshman Schneider, who's been huge in the fourth quarter. I don't know, Tony, the Vikes are already tired. I don't know if they have enough energy to come back. Almost a steal out at half court. Otis with it. Eudora looks like they've done this before, Tony.
Yeah.
They're going to be more than happy to run some clock. The freshman gets it knocked out of bounds off his leg. He disagrees, but the official was right there. 4:27 to go in our game, 56-50. 6-point lead, and do we have a timeout on the floor? We have a full timeout called by Parsons. 6-point lead for Eudora with 4:27 to go in our game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Well, like we thought, it's been a good game. 56-50, Eudora by 6. Tony, it hasn't played out, on the scoreboard it's played out like we thought we would, but I didn't expect multiple runs by both teams. Vikes started out strong, up 15-3. Eudora dominated the rest of the second half. Vikings had a big push here in the second half, and then the Snyder for Eudora scored 8 unanswered points all by himself. But here we go, Vikes with the ball down 6. Quirin kicks it out to Keel. Keel starts to drive to Smart. At the elbow, kicks it out to Quirin. Quirin spin move, gets a man in the air, can't score. It's been a tough night for Quirin. Wow, that was a big moment in the ball game. That would have got it down to 4. Now we'll see if Eudora probably going to make the Vikings play chase again. 56, and Eudora, we think, is a good free throw shooting team.
Yeah, they haven't missed a whole lot. They missed 1.
Find a man wide open underneath, and that's exactly what they wanted. There's a layup for Osborne. Now with 21 points, that was a foul, and they're going to get a traveling violation on Sawyer, and he did travel after he got hit in the face. He got hit in the face. I don't understand that call at all. So if the Vikings, Tony, as far as I'm concerned, instead of playing chase for the next 3.5 minutes, they might as well
Foul. Yeah.
Go ahead and foul and just stretch this game out and see if maybe they can find somebody from Eudora that can't make a free throw.
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, they're going to kill them with layups. Just like that. Reverse layup goes down, and it is now
back to 10-point.
A 10-point lead, 60-50. And, boy, that could have been an offensive foul on Keel. Instead, it's the 4th foul on the freshman Cash Schneider. Wow, 31-point night for Dante Sawyer, and yet the Vikings trail by 10, Tony.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I think we have another timeout on the floor. What has impressed me is that they've been able to keep Demias Johnson in check tonight. He has 1 basket, 5 points, and that's really been the difference in the game.
Huge. I mean, they've done a really good job on all the big guys down low, and we just can't find an answer to get it down to them. I'm not sure. It's almost like they're just like handcuffing them down there. They're just holding them so tight. I mean, it's just almost like a football defense.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah, it's been plenty of contact, and pretty much if he's had the ball in his hands, there's been 2 guys on him.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a very, very difficult task for the Vikings. Down 10 points. Here again, had the shot clock all year. Vikes can't depend on the shot clock. No. There is no shot clock in the postseason. So Eudora will just be able to continue to play keep away and maybe force the Vikings to go and foul, but the Vikes are going to have to score some quick points here. Down 60-50, Vikes have the ball, 3:18 to go. Nice drive by Keel off the glass, he got it. Keel with his first point since the first quarter, 60-52. I thought the Vikes might press. Now they're going to come out at half court. They got the steal. Sawyer going to challenge a couple of defenders. It's tipped away, and it'll stay with the Vikings. Good no call by the official. That looked clean. How about a three-pointer right here, Tony? Put a little pressure on the Eudora Cardinals.
We just need to score some points.
Down 60-52.
Yeah, scoring points is big,
Vikes
no matter what.
Demias to Keel. Trying to get it to Sawyer. They do. Had a man in his face. Oh, got fouled on the way to the basket. No call. And rebounded by Osborne. Osborne. Dangerous pass, but Eudora has it, and they are going to run some clock. They have an 8-point lead. Here goes Osborne on the baseline. Missed it, but he's going to get it back. And oh, he missed it. Gimme. And it goes to Eudora. Tony, I don't think Eudora necessarily wants it more than the Vikings. The Vikings are just gassed.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think Coach Alk is wanting to foul at this point. And there's the foul by Barkas.
Yeah, but we're going to have to foul 3 times.
Yeah, that was just the third team foul. There's still one to give.
Yeah, we needed to get one of those rebounds. They got 2 offensive rebounds on this possession.
And again, I think that's just fatigue. 2:21 to go in the game. Eudora led by as many as 12 in the second half. Vikes came back and tied it at 48, but off the inbound, layup goes down. Simmons now with 6 points, and it's a 10-point lead for Eudora, and it is not looking good for the Vikings with just 2:10 to go. Sawyer, crossover in the paint, can't get it to go, and then the offensive rebound, easy putback is missed. And it's going to take a miracle for the Vikings. Coach Houck, I think, wants his team to foul, and they do, but Eudora will be able to pull away at the free throw line.
Yeah, Snyder's coming back in because he's a really good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to get the ball in his hands.
Vikings will stretch this out as long as they can, but again, the Vikes fought so hard. A big three-pointer by Dante Sawyer tied it at 48, but it has been a 14-4 run by Eudora ever since. Near steal and a foul, I think, on Dante Sawyer. Man, a 31-point performance by Dante Sawyer, and it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. And if Eudora makes their free throws, Tony, it won't even be close to enough.
Yeah.
This could end up being a 15, 16-point win for the Cardinals.
Yep, we need them to miss a couple. They are 11 for 12, now 12 for 13 from the line.
Yep, knocking it down with confidence, Dunback. See, and the problem is, Tony, the game's not even that close, so not a lot of pressure. on the Cardinals when they step up to the line with this 11-point lead. Second free throw is good.
Yeah.
So that matches the biggest lead of the night for Eudora at 64-52. Looking back on it, Tony, assuming the Vikes aren't able to come back, it's going to be that second quarter that will haunt them once this season is over. Eudora will pick up full court, trying to make the Vikes burn up some precious time. Quirin with a nice drive and gets the layup to go. His first basket of the night. Vikes will have to go with the full court press. 10-point lead for Eudora with 1:35 to go.
That's a backcourt.
Yeah, it looked like a backcourt violation, not called, and a traveling violation, I believe. I didn't see it. Otis. So that's great news for the Vikes. They get the ball back, but still, seen a lot of crazy finishes, Tony, and that's what it'll take for the Vikes to get back in this one. Keel probably should have launched that. Quirin will, and it's an air ball. To me, it just hasn't looked like Quirin has had his legs tonight. I don't know if he might be a little under the weather or what, but man, it's been a tough night. Man, again, this was a 15-3 lead early in this game for the Vikings. But then just a crazy 31-8 finish to the half for Eudora. And then after the Vikes battled back so hard, got this thing tied at 48. It's been all Eudora ever since. They lead by 10 with 1:12 to go in the game. Near steal, Otis to the freshman Schneider. And he's a good free throw shooter as he's fouled by Quirin. Quirin's fourth. And Schneider, no points in the first half, only 2 points through 3 quarters. He has scored 8 in the fourth quarter. He's in double figures with 10. He's basically what saved the game for Eudora after the Vikings came back to tie it. Won't get the roll on the free throw. Remember, he had that big three-pointer from the right wing, and he was also fouled. Gave him a 4-point play, and Eudora has had the lead ever since. Second free throw good. Back to an 11-point lead for the Cardinals, 65-54. Just over a minute to go. Ball poked away. It's a steal. And Eudora has it. Wide open at the other end is the freshman, and he scores, and Eudora is going to win this one. Biggest lead of the night for the Cardinals at 67-54 with just 48 seconds to go in the game, and then a foul and then a push after the basket by Dante Sawyer, who, he's very frustrated. He played his heart out, Tony, and along with several other seniors, we'll see his high school career come to an end tonight. 67-54, Eudora enjoying their biggest lead of the night. They get it into Sawyer, kicks it into the corner for Keels. His three, short and rebounded by Eudora. And they've got a man open under the basket. Vikes are just gassed, Tony. They can't even get back on defense. Basket goes down and the foul as Eudora will pull away. This game was obviously closer, Tony, than what the final score will be. But, 48-48, that was in the fourth quarter, was it not?
Oh, yeah. Right at the very beginning, it was like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was like 7-minute mark.
So a lot of points scored in the second quarter and fourth quarter for Eudora. So Vikings came all the way back to tie it at 48, but Eudora has outscored the Vikes 21-6 since then. Free throw no good, and the Vikes, the only guy on the free throw lane was the free throw shooter, and he got his own miss and laid it in because the Vikes were half asleep and just don't have any energy. And they're down 71-54.
They're just subbing for the seniors.
Tough break. That'll do it for Dante Sawyer, Jason Smart, Connor Barkus, Joe Keel, Demias Johnson, the 5 seniors see their high school career come to an end.
Yeah, tough night.
And when Sawyer hit that three to tie it at 48, Tony, the gym was electric. But who would have thought that the 6-foot freshman, Cash Schneider, would be the guy to get Eudora out of that mess.
Yep.
Scored 8 points, unanswered points, by himself. And then Eudora has just pulled away ever since. Shaw out on the floor for the first time tonight. He'll go and launch a three, no good. And rebounded by Eudora with 18 seconds to go. And Eudora will come into Parsons and get the win in the first round of Sub-State, and they will advance to the Sub-State championship game Friday night. Vikes will see their season end with a final record of 12 wins and 9 losses. Tough break for the Vikings, and this ball game is over. Eudora wins it. They pull away in the fourth quarter, and they win it 71-54. We'll take a 2-minute break. Be back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Listening to Viking basketball on B93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
And we're back live at Parsons High School. Time for our final Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of the season. Vikings fought so hard tonight, came back from a 12-point deficit in the second half, tied it at 48 on a deep three by Dante Sawyer, who was the game's leading scorer with a whopping 31 points tonight. But Tony, from that point on, it was all Eudora. They outscored the Vikings 23-6 in about the final 6 minutes and 50 seconds or something of the game.
Yeah, it was tough.
You know, and I'm looking down the scoring totals. Let me count this up again. 1, 2, 6 or 7 guys, it looks like. 6 guys combined for only 17 points. They got in the scoring column, but only 17 points for Eudora, but the final deficit, 17 points.
Yeah.
And that was one of the, along with shutting down Demias Johnson on the offensive end, they limited him to 1 field goal tonight, only 5 points. They had 10 guys that scored. A lot of them only scored 2 points.
Yeah.
But that was the difference in the game. They had guys who could come in off the bench
and score a basket.
You know, and the Vikes, I think, were just the more tired team.
Yeah, I
down
agree.
In the final 5 or 6 minutes, and that's why Eudora was able to pull away. So more so than that big run by Eudora in the fourth quarter, this game, as I look back on it, it was that second quarter when, you know, especially with Julian Otis coming off the bench and draining 3 threes. Cardinals hit 5 threes in the second quarter, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-pointers, and led by 11. And even though the Vikings came all the way back to get it tied, they pretty much used up everything they had in the tank to get to that.
They were just so tired that I don't think it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And man, I have no idea what I was trying to get the Labette County score. I never could get it. So yeah, I'm assuming Ottawa would have won, but we don't know. So, you know, It's going to be a tough matchup for Eudora, no matter what.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they've probably seen Ottawa earlier in the year. I'd have to go pull up their schedule and see, but real quickly, I'll run down the scoring totals. First for Eudora, no surprise, they were led by their 6'6" sophomore Ryan Osborne with 23. Cash Schneider, the freshman, came out of nowhere there in the fourth quarter, finished with 13. Otis with 12, and then 6 points apiece for Jerome and Simeon, 3 points for Gardner, and 2 points apiece for Dunback, Craybill, Watson, and Jackson Smith. Leading the way for the Vikings, no doubt about it, Dante Sawyer finishes his high school career with a whopping 31-point performance. Unfortunately, he was the only Viking in double figures tonight. Joe Keel with 8, Demias Johnson with 5, Jason Smart with 4, and 2 points apiece for Quirin, Largent, and Barkas. Once again, Cardinals moved to 11-10 on the year with the 71-54 win over the Vikes. Parsons finishes their season 12-9, and again, those 5 seniors all done for their career. Jason Smart, Dante Sawyer, Connor Barkas, Joe Keel, and Demias Johnson see their high school careers come to an end tonight at the hands of the Eudora Cardinals, and I'm sure Coach Hauk is having some extended words with his team. So we'll take another 2-minute break, and hopefully we'll be able to visit with Coach Hauk when we return. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93. And welcome back to Parsons High School, everybody, as we continue with our Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. We're joined now by Viking head coach Anthony Hauk. Coach, tough game tonight, tough situation. Always sad to see the season come to an end. 5 seniors played their last game tonight, and I know that's always tough for everyone. Tony and I felt like you guys used up so much energy coming all the way back, got the game tied at 48. It just seems like your guys ran out of gas the last few minutes.
Yeah, I looked up there at the end of the game, and that right after they had hit that last free throw, and I thought, man, we tied it at 48, and they went on a 16-6 run after that, and that was just tough, man.
Yeah.
And but you know, I mean, can't say enough about the gutsy effort from our guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's a good team, and you know, I mean, they're I think in the end, their depth was the difference. I think they had 9 or 10 guys score. 10 guys score. So, you know.
Yeah, I said just before you came up, I had pointed out they had 6 guys that combined for only 17 points, but that was the difference on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
That was it. And one thing I forgot to I meant to mention this in the pregame show and didn't. You look at the Cardinals' record of 10-10, you think, okay, your basic average 4A team.
Right.
4 of their losses to top-ranked
Ottawa,
and also 2 more losses to Baldwin, who was 16-4.
Right.
So you can basically throw those 4 losses out the window, and they came in, you could say, 10-6 against other competition.
Right.
And you know, we thought it would be a competitive game, and it was for almost the whole, the final few minutes when they finally pulled away. And Tony and I also thought one of the big differences tonight was this right here. They did such a good job. Boxing, doubling down on Demise.
Literally, almost like handcuffing.
They had a couple guys that were thick. I mean, just strong.
Players.
And just he couldn't move them, and that's saying something for him not to be able to move them. So plus he couldn't move him because they were doubling him. They had him smothered. But this group of seniors, can't say enough great things about them. Man, they play hard. They're just gutsy. They're great teammates.
Good kids.
They're great teammates, and it was a fun ride with them this year. And I hate it that it ends like that on their home floor, but it's
that's
just unfortunate.
Tough. And I hate to pick out just one guy, but it's hard not to point out. Just through 3 quarters, Dante Sawyer, 28 of your team's 43 points. He just continued. We knew he was special as a freshman,
right?
And he just kept improving. And
it's
a tough night. And the last guy I'll point out will be for Eudora. It was after you guys tied it at 48. It was their freshman, Cash Schneider, who scored 8 unanswered.
Right.
And
we had done a great job on him up to that point.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's great. Yeah. That's where I'm saying that I think their depth. He got to set for a little bit. And their depth just kind of was the difference in the end. So,
Coach, it was a fun ride. It was a fun year, and I'm already excited for next year.
Yep.
So it's tough break tonight, but thanks for coming up and visiting.
Thank you guys for all you do, and thank you, to you guys doing this all year, and our booster club for paying for all of our students to get in tonight. We got a great community here, and that's one thing we told our guys before the game was that, hey, we want to represent our community well, and I think they've done that all season. I'm proud of them. So
thanks, Coach. We appreciate
thank you.
That was Viking head coach Anthony Houck. Vikings finished the year 12-9 in a game that was much closer than the final score. They fall to the Eudora Cardinals tonight in the first round of Sub-State, 71-54. That's going to wrap it up for the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Tony, thanks for everything you've done, not just this year, but for the last several years. Thanks to Karen Hardesty back in the studio. Big thank you to all of our sponsors and the guys that have been helping us out with our live video stream. Fun season. Hate to see it come to an end, but that's how high school sports roll. Again, final score, Eudora wins it 71-54. For Karen, for Tony, this is Scott Marlowe saying thanks for listening and good night from Parsons High School.